Okay, now you're taking the absolute value and writing the equation for it. Now, that might seem impossible, but again, like most things in algebra, there's a way to set it up so it's not quite so bad. So we have our y equals, and there's gonna, and I don't care whether you put y or a function of x, it doesn't matter, okay? You make your absolute value and you put x minus. You're gonna put a in front of it, h, and then plus k in the background. Now that could turn to a minus k. I don't, You need to find numbers for your h, or your a, your h, your k. Now h and k are relatively easy, okay? They happen to be the vertex. Okay, that's the origin point, so that's 0, 0. So, and that's instead of x, y, that's hk, okay? Hk. Don't label it xy, hk, because otherwise you're going to put 0 in for x and 0 in for y, and you don't do that. Okay, you want the x and y don't have to be replaced. Okay, so h, you're going to put 0, and k you're going to put 0. Now here's how you're going to find the a. It's very easy. You take your origin, go forward, don't go backwards, and you do it the same way that you find a slope. Okay. That point is good enough. I have to go up 2, forward 1. So it's going to be 2 over 1. It's a ratio, okay? Now, clean that up so it looks better. You're pretty much done with the problem, but clean it up, okay? 2 divided by 1 is 2. Just write that as 2. Absolute value x. Now, since you're subtracting 0, we close the absolute value. You don't normally put 0, okay? And then since k is 0, we don't have to add anything, and that's what we have. Y equals 2. If the h and k values are 0, we're just going to leave them out of the equation, because that's how it's going to work. Okay, next one. You just got to know how to formulate it. A, x minus h, plus k. So we have to solve for a, h, and k. There's no solving to it, it's just off your graph. Now the vertex is not in the origin, it's at negative 3, 0. That's the h, that's the k, okay? So h, put negative 3 above it. K, put 0. Now your a, find it, that'll work there. Go forward, do this path of the v, don't go backwards, that's going to confuse you. So you're up 1, 2, 3, forward 1, okay? Up 3 over 1, so that's a ratio of 3 over 1, not 1 over 3. A slope is rise over run. Rise 3, run 1. And the reason also, when I'm trying to figure out slope, it doesn't make sense to run backwards. We run forwards. So 3 divided by 1 is 3. That is a stretch of 3. X minus negative 3. If it's minus negative, it's x plus 3. If it's minus followed by a negative, plus plus. And then the 0. So that's the end of that problem. Really, this don't take long. Really, you don't even need a calculator for it. Okay, h. Basically, we need to find replacements for every letter in the function, every letter in this equation, but x and y, those stay. Okay, here's the vertex. Now the vertex is 0, negative 3. So it's x, or that's h, that's k. See how easy, I know that's easy to label it x, y, but we call it hk. So h is 0, k is negative 3. Okay. Now, well, I pretty much will have the point there for you. It's up 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's 2 over 4. Not 4 over 2. It's 2 over 4. It's the rise over the run. Okay. Now 2 over 4 reduces to 1/2. Okay. 2 divided by 4 is a decimal, so don't put that. You don't want your slope in decimal form. Reduce it to 1/2. Okay. And also, you see, you could have made the point here. That's up 1, forward 2. Okay. So either way it works. It always ends up as 1/2. So absolute value of x, we're not going to put the minus if it's 0. Plus negative 3. Okay, plus negative is like a minus, so minus 3. And there's your equation. Next one, y equals a, absolute value x minus h plus k. Okay, so the vertex, that's my HK. I gotta find all three of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so negative 4, comma 3, and that's the HK. Okay, it's not KH, it's HK. My initials, but backwards. Okay. Alright, so I know H is negative 4, and K is 3. Now find your slope. Go forward, do not go backwards. Right there will work. Okay, so I'm up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, and we're forward 1. So that's 4 over 1. Okay, so A is 4 over 1. Well, 4 over 1 simplified, that's 4. And then X minus negative 4. Okay, if it's minus negative, that's plus 4. And plus 3. Equation. Okay. Now on the next page, only difference in these is it's downwards. It's going to be a negative. A is going to be a negative value. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So that's your HK. So H is 4, K is 4. 4. Okay. So forward, well, kind of the point there, but we could also go here. That's closer to the vertex. If you get it closer to the vertex, then you don't have to reduce the fraction. Okay. So it's down 1, so negative 1, forward 1. So it's negative 1 over 1. Now if you did this point, okay, that's down 1, 2, 3, so negative 3, forward 3. Well, negative 3 over 3 is still negative 1, okay? So negative 1 over, if you pick a point further forward, that's fine. The fraction just has to be simplified. So negative 1 divided by 1 is negative 1. X minus, and then it's just 4, so it doesn't go to plus 4, stays minus, and then plus 4. Okay, y equals A, absolute value X minus H plus K. Okay, we got to find A, H, and K. Alright, so HK is easy, it's the vertex, as long as you know how to plot a label a coordinate. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, that's your H, and then negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. When I'm going left, I count by negatives, down I count by negatives. So H is negative 4, K, negative 3. Now the slope's negative, really that's the one I find. So it's down 3, so negative 3, forward 2, okay? So A is negative 3 over 2, not 2 over negative 3. It's up, down, and then over. So negative 3 over 2 is a decimal. It really can't be reduced, so we're going to leave it negative 3 over 2. Absolute value X minus negative 4 will be plus 4, and then plus negative 3 is like minus 3. And there's your equation. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. H is 3. K is 3. Then really the first point is that one. So up 3, positive 3, forward 2. So 3 over 2, not 2 over 3. So y equals 3 over 2, absolute value x minus 3, it doesn't go to plus 3, and then plus 3. Okay. Y equals 3 over, y equals a, absolute value x minus h plus k. These three variables we have to figure out. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 5 and 6. So H, negative 5. K, 6. Now I see that point there, but there's a point closer right there. See, if I pick that point, I don't have to reduce it because it's the first one. So that's down 1, negative 1. So negative 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Actually, I know I haven't been doing it, but you might want to make your ratio right away. And once you get the up-down part figured out, put it on top and then over. Because if you wait to do it, you might mess it up and put 4 over negative 1. That's not what we want. So negative 1/4, absolute value x, minus negative 5 takes it to plus 5, and then plus 6. Alright, that's really all I have to say on that. I hope it's been informative. Once you get the hang of it, it doesn't take very long.